Hi everyone, my name is Madeline Ginder, and here I'm going to introduce to you 5 new technologies to use in the classroom. My first one is called Zearn.org. It is a website that you can reach, whether with it's a computer or a laptop or even an iPad. It is used to enhance learning specifically for those who use the Engage New York curriculum in math, as it provides pre-teaching and reteaching for students. It will give them opportunities to go back and learn on their own or to close any learning gaps. The audience for this video would be my coworkers in my building or even districts that use Engage New York. Along with my coworkers, students and parents would benefit, as this is a tool that can be used in the classroom as well as at home. The topic is geared toward content and curriculum, specifically in math. The ISTE standards are aimed toward teachers. My first one is 2A. It is to design or adapt relevant learning experiences that incorporate digital tools and resources to promote student learning and creativity. Additionally is 2B, which is to develop technology-enriched learning environments that enable all students to pursue their individual curiosities and become active participants in setting their own educational goals, managing their own learning, and assessing their own progress. You'll see how these two standards tie into Zearn.org. So I'll show you what the website looks like. And this is how you view Zearn.org as a teacher. It has curriculum maps and reports for students who use this on their own. Specifically, when I use it the most, I'm in grades 1 through 5, and I teach second grade. So this kind of shows you the lesson map of Zearn, and each mission is kind of like a chunk of lessons. I call them modules, and within each module are lessons and videos. So if you look at my Engage New York curriculum book, it will have a lot of dialogue and how to teach. Zearn has kind of dissected that book and have created lessons to make life a lot easier in the classroom. So I'll show you, let's say, my class right now, we're on mission 7, learning about length, money, and data. So as a teacher, I'd click on this, and I would have my students up on the carpet with me with a whiteboard and marker ready to learn. And this is really what my whole group instruction looks like every day. So for example, if I open up a module, there is a lesson video called Math Chats or Learning Labs that you are to work on with your students. So I will let's do lesson 7. And I'll show you what this looks like. Again, this will be projected up to my screen with sound on, and every student can see.
Hey there, welcome to the Zearn Bank. I have 4 different types of coins. Each coin has a front, also called heads, and a back, also called tails. What is the name and value of each coin?
So as you can see, each video is around like 3 to 5 minutes long, but they have checkpoints throughout it that give you an opportunity to stop and check with students and have conversations. So I'll show you what this looks like. And this is an opportunity where I would give my students to work on their whiteboard, tell me the value of the coin and the name of each coin. And then if you had a smartboard, this Zearn is incredibly ideal, as you can come up and have students come up to the board and drag and drop their answers. So this, again, gives you a chance to kind of review. It introduces a lot of the topics for you, and it's a great visual opportunity for your visual learners. So you can correct your answers, and then I'll move on with a video.
Maya? The first one is a penny, which has a value of 1 cent. 1 nickel is worth 5 cents.
So I think it's incredibly beneficial.
I have to find the value of.
Because yes, it's visual, but it also will have students come into the video and explain their thinking and reasoning. I think it's important to remember as a teacher, though, this should not replace your teaching in whole group. Rather, it should just enhance your instruction and promote conversations. So that's what those videos look like. I use them on a daily basis. And say a student struggled with lesson 7, I could assign them Lesson 7 Math Chat so they can watch that video again to relearn. So I'll show you, you can make a roster with your classes. So you have logins and passwords, and you can assign them what lesson you are on. So if I wanted to change a lesson, or maybe you think there needs to be some relearning from first grade or previous grade levels, you can do that, which I think is super beneficial, especially for those students that might be a little bit low. So this is what it looks like as a student. So if a student logs in with his or her iPad, it kind of feels like a video game for them as they earn badges if they do a lesson. And so they'll start with different categories. This one starts the number gym, and students will go to it and complete it. And during this part, I encourage my students to have whiteboards with them to make sure that they're actually working and staying on task versus just playing around and not following the directions. So this is what it looks like as a student. And I also like that it will read it to students, especially for those low readers in my class. They are still able to do their math work because it is read to them if they need it. So overall, this is kind of what Zearn looks like. Again, there are awesome resources. They even have handouts that you can print out and give to parents to show them how to use Zearn or what your lessons look like. So if you ever have any questions about Zearn, give me a heads up. I'll more than likely try to find an answer for you. I'm a huge advocate for Zearn and find it super beneficial in my classroom. So there you go.